in the midst at the time of the concerns that were raised by parents over their missing kin.
I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised, killings, extrajudicial killings, and an open inquiry to examine, inquire into how these things have been happening. We cannot make it normal. We know that these are very young lives that have been taken away.
Was it if all this, why haven't you considered resigning?
Thank you, Ayub, because this issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings is indeed one of monumental concern to not just myself, but to many Kenyans. And as I spoke on that day, I just put myself in the shoes of those mothers, fathers, relatives of those that have been abducted, some released, and others found dead. And I imagined what pain they have been going through. On that day, I met some relatives of those whose bodies had been found at the city mortuary. I could see the agony in themselves. And then I imagined what they had been going through for the period that their loved ones went missing, without trace, with nobody giving any indication as to what was happening. Some of them saying, for instance, Ayub, that they had visited the city mortuary with photographs of their loved ones, so that in the event that the bodies would be there, they would be alerted. They would visit, 1 or 2 days later, they even find that the photographs have been removed. It's an extremely agonizing situation. And I felt that, and I still feel, that this matter is one that requires a very candid and open discussion by the topmost level of government. Because we cannot normalize this kind of abnormality. It is so illegal. So, let me just say this, Mr. Amin might be maybe out of the country or something like that. Much later that same night, I was given the number of his deputy, James Onyango. If you read my statement, it has all that information. So, by the time now in the morning, and even within the night, that's why I called people like Kiprotich.
Said Kiprotich.
Just him, I was calling him to ask him, because the vehicle which was involved in that thing, as shown in the CCTV footage, and thank you to this station, because I got the footage from this station, showed the kind of vehicle. And everybody else that I was talking to was telling me those are the vehicles used by the ATPU. This Prando hard body. And from where it came, the CCTV footage showed it was coming from, near this case, there's a place I think around here called Alfajiri.
Yes, just across the road.
Across the road. So everybody who I showed the photographs, no, don't worry, but we know those must be. That's how I got to start looking for Kiprotich. But when I finally spoke to him in the morning on Sunday, he also denied. Notwithstanding the information I had from several sources. But let me tell you this, Ayu. As a trained lawyer, I could not put hearsay in my statement.
Was Leslie's role at the height of the Gen Z demonstrations, 11th of June, 18th of June, and the historic June 25th events?
From what he has told me, and what I know, is he had absolutely no role. And he told me, he put that in his statement, and also the people who abducted him, when they took him to the place where they took him to some house, where they spent the night, They were still asking him the same questions, and he told them, you have my phone. You have my phone, you can check. You will not see me talking to anybody that could be connected with the agencies. Because he's not an agency himself. He's not a politician. So, but again, I could not put what he told me in my statement, because that should be in a statement, and the police have it.
Okay.
So that's why I say I know. Here there is not a code of law, so I can say he told me that he had absolutely no role, and that he told the police, or rather his captors. He told his captors who were interrogating him that he had absolutely no role in those things. He knew nothing. I believe his only problem was being friends with the Honorable Mwenje. But I was asking, you are in the company of Mwenje, why then do they go for Mwenje? But to date, nobody has ever come to tell me why they abducted him.
Okay, and what account did he give you? Where was he kept? What kind of questions was he put through? What kind of conditions did he experience when he was held in captivity?
Well, his story, I think, would be a very difficult one for me to narrate here.
Yeah.
Because
you can give us a summary.
He was kept incommunicado. He was blindfolded. Yeah. Taken to some house from where he could hear vehicles go past something that's, according to him, sounded like rubber strips on a road. So it wasn't too far away, according to him. He was given some place to sleep, a mattress. Slept there, still blindfolded, handcuffed. And the next day, according to him, some lady even took tea to him and some loaf, I think some slices of bread. When he was released, he was dropped somewhere. He believes it must, I believe it was along Muthaiga Road. And the people there, the vehicle that dropped him, according to him, although he was told not to look back, told not to look back, but he told me mischievously he looked and saw that it was a double cabin, and was told to walk backwards towards the direction of Gertrude Hospital. But he couldn't get he could not see the number, the registration number of the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, let's now turn our attention to your portfolio as the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service. How many cabinet proceedings have you skipped so far?
Three meetings.
Why?
The meeting held on 21st of January, the meeting held on 11th of February, and the meeting held yesterday.
And why did you not take part in the cabinet proceedings?
I have, on all those occasions, and let me begin by saying this. First of all, it's like actually mandatory to attend cabinet meetings, unless given authority or excused by the chairman of the cabinet, who is the president. But people do get indisposed or all manner of reasons may not be available to attend. Let me say, in my case, I have written and sought to be excused from attending cabinet meetings until or unless the agenda of abductions in the country and extrajudicial killings is formally tabled before cabinet through a cabinet memorandum, so that the cabinet, as the highest decision-making body, is able to express itself and give the country the way forward with regard to those two issues of abductions and extrajudicial killings. I have sought to be excused for those reasons.
Okay, so you are not indisposed, but the raison d'etre is because that must be addressed.
Yes.
Is that not gross insubordination of your role as a state official failing to attend cabinet?
It is not insubordination when you seek to be excused. And let me say this. The cabinet of the Republic of Kenya is the highest decision-making body. Everybody in this country, from every corner of the Republic, is aware and in many cases discussing this issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings. I have written and said